being in the midst of the cities. Even if one is interested in following the brahmacharya, he is bombarded with so many different kinds of sense objects. It is very difficult to maintain that brahmacharya unless one strictly follows certain a positive dose of Krishna consciousness should go in. Following the principles of brahmacharya, okay, fine. But that you cannot get the strength to follow the principles of brahmacharya if you don't have a positive energy of, spiritual energy of absorbing oneself in good sadhana and reading Srila Prabhupada's books. If one does those things, then one will get the strength to follow the principles of brahmacharya. But following the principles of brahmacharya is very, very essential. Without following the principles of brahmacharya, making spiritual advancement is simply an illusion. It does not matter whether it is Mayavadis, whether it is Vaishnavas. Brahmacharya is a common factor because that is something to do with this body, bodily state. Bodily state, body is the most creative fluid is the semen, and that is created every day in the body. From the food it is created, and this lot of that is transformed into so many other energies that are required for this body, for the brain, and if that is not conserved, then it simply one is losing, one is not getting the support of the body for practicing spiritual life. Following the brahmacharya means strictly seeing that you are conserving your maximum bodily energy for your development of spiritual development. So it's not about even right and wrong, even that is the ethical part of brahmacharya and sense gratification and all those things. Simply looking at the medical aspect, simply looking at the energy aspect, brahmacharya is very essential to conserve that energy that is required to activate our brain to understand Krishna consciousness. Then there are so many other aspects that we continuously hear about, what is the meaning of no illicit sex, various dimensions of that. We hear from Bhagavatam, we hear from, about detachment from this pleasure, which is there created by God for a particular purpose. It is not, sex is not for recreation, sex is for procreation. Modern population, modern value system is completely changed. They think sex is for recreation. So that sex for recreation is an acquired taste, it is not actual taste of a quality human life. For a quality human life, it is actually for procreation and for making a life together, to bring children together. For this purpose, God has created this pleasure in sexual activity, or conjugal pleasure He has created. The material world has got this designed for this purpose. But modern world has absolutely no idea of these higher principles, and simply they are, what is now the modern philosophy is that these religious principles have simply suppressed our sexuality all these years. All these centuries of different religions have suppressed our sexuality. Now we are becoming liberated, we are educated, we are intelligent, we are evolving, and we have become liberated now from all these restrictive practices of sex, and there should be free sex. And what is the result of that free sex? The nature itself is punishing. So many kinds of diseases that are coming. If it was designs, if it is artificial suppression that all the different religions have been promoting, if it is artificial and it is not as per the design, and it is man-made restrictions, and now we are liberated because we are educated, and therefore we promote free sex, you shouldn't be ending up with more problems. Today this free sex has ended up in so many different kinds of problems in the society, so many serious diseases, horrible diseases, lifelong diseases. It cannot, once you contract certain diseases, it won't go whole life, and then you will pass on that to your children also. So if that is the case, why? If that was naturally designed, then this sex should not, unrestricted sex should not be creating these kind of diseases. So it's very clear that nature's design is not for that. Once you violate nature's law, it's a strict law, very impersonal law. does not see who it is. Impersonal means does not see who it is. You break the law, then you get it. So in that way, every human being has to suffer the reactions of something that they go against the designed way of life created by God. In our modern life, we have also grown up in our present society. We come to Krishna consciousness, we come to Srila Prabhupada, then we hear and we get a different perspective. And that is a natural perspective of human life and the place of sex in human life.